Hey everybody, Glenn Hausman here for No Vacancy News, brought to you by SkyTouch, the industry's leading PMS. I'm so fortunate today. I got one of my industry heroes with me, and that's Mr. Kirk Kinsell, who you used to know from running some of the most major hotel companies in the United States, but now is an investor in Panther Ridge Partners. I don't know why I'm thinking Black Panther. I've got this whole thing about black cats. I recently adopted one, so that's on my mind. And an advisory board member with Purple Cloud Technologies. Now, Kirk, what I find interesting is the whole idea of employee retention, keeping people together, and you speak very frequently about the whole idea of heart of hospitality. How's that concept work?
Well, it all originated out of this notion of heart of house.
Right.
We didn't call it back of house, we called it heart of house. The importance of engagement, with your employees and being able to communicate with them. And the whole kind of impetus of change that happened for me when I was at IHG was I was actually running Europe, Middle East, Africa at the time. I was in Dubai. We were walking through a hotel that we were going to convert, and it was a big brand. I won't name it, okay? But it's a big brand who has some big brand personalities associated with it, whose pictures are on the wall. And yet they're, I wonder who that could be. But those pictures were old, and the memos on the wall to the employees were old, and the little chart that showed how they're performing on guest satisfaction or on occupancy, you couldn't read it.
So that means, I guess, what you're getting to is they're not putting the emphasis into their partners in the hotel.
Correct. Our employees are our biggest stakeholders in terms of our success. So what we looked at was formulating a program, which IHG launched, which was a heart of house program that we went across the world, and we looked at every part of the back of house, or what I call heart of house, and we transformed employee break rooms. We looked at locker rooms as if they were customer spaces. We looked at all of the wall space that were in the back of house or heart of house, and we put materials, visual materials, and televisions, and all that kind of good stuff, so we could really communicate and engage with our employees.
So what does that actually do to the quality of life for the staff and their desire to stick around longer?
Well, it absolutely hits them right at their heart, which is, you can buy somebody's brain in somebody's hands, but you can't own their heart. You have to earn their heart. And so what it did was it engaged them at a level where they could then see the recognition going on with their coworkers, and they could aspire to be inspired to be able to have their picture on the wall, that picture's bigger than they are in person, were many of the cases.
And new.
Or from a performance standpoint, a department manager then could actually have an opportunity to sit down with visuals, and whether it's being pushed through a television or through flip charts or dedicated rooms where you could look at the performance and actually link up their actions, their activities, and how they're correlated directly to the results of the hotel.
So that actually lowers the turnover rate in the hotel?
I like to call it retention rate. It increases
the retention rate.
Exactly. And and the neat thing is there's a lot of tools now that are becoming available for us to be able to deliver this, and Purple Cloud is one of those. That helps you drive productivity, but it helps you drive engagement and measure performance. And the concept of taking these elements, which are physical elements, and being able to get them and capture them into a technology solution is a great way for companies to be able to leapfrog a lot of learning that had to go on with big companies like IHG.
And it motivates people, it keeps those people engaged, is what this is all about.
Absolutely, keeps them engaged, and in fact they're happier because they are able to not only be recognized, but they can see how their direct impact and their relationship to the guests is, and what they do is transforming the performance of that hotel longer term. So
what you do matters. Taking good care of your employees is absolutely essential, and the best place to start is heart of house. Take it from Kirk Kinsell and Glenn Hausman. Thanks for watching No Vacancy News.